Hello, everyone. A very good day to all of you joining us live. Welcome to Kissflow's Global Demo Day. I am Megha, your host for today, and with me, have our expert and the speaker for today, Ms. Ramya. Ramya specializes in delivering impactful digital transformation solutions for businesses across industries. With a strong foundation in business process management and a passion for driving efficiency through low-code platforms, Ramya has quickly established herself as a reliable and result-driven consultant. Her expertise lies in understanding customer and client needs and designing tailored solutions based on the requirements and optimizing workflows and enhancing productivity. In this session, Ramya is going to focus mostly on bringing order to your professional services operations in under 30 minutes. Though this demo is going to be very generic, and we are going to show you the overall platform capabilities in this 30 minutes of session. We will be focusing mainly on how you could leverage the platform for an effortless project execution, streamline client request and task allocations, optimize utilization, and revenue and performance insights. So these are the key things that we will be focusing on in this session. And the agenda is pretty simple. We will start with firstly a presentation by Ramya on the key problems that are faced, and then we will move on to the actual demonstration of the platform, and finally we will have the Q&A session. We will also take in questions while the session is going on. In case you have any doubts, you can keep dropping them in the Q&A box, and we will answer them in the chat box itself. And if there are any particular questions that need more detailed description and addressing, then we will answer it in the Q&A session that is post the demo. So do utilize the Q&A box for any questions at any point. We will be very happy to help you out in case you have any particular questions as well in the Q&A session. So without further delay, we will give the stage to Ramya to take over the presentation and the demo. Over to you, Ramya.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ramya, solution consultant from the professional services team of Kissflow. I'm excited to share with you all the simplest solution we have found to solve one of the complex problems being faced by ample number of organizations out there. Managing professional services efficiently is a challenge that many organizations face, from handling client projects and tracking inquiries to allocate skilled resources and ensuring profitability. Businesses often juggle multiple disconnected tools. This not only leads to inefficiencies, but also makes it difficult to gain real-time visibility into project timelines, billable hours, and resource utilization. But what if we could bring everything together in one place? What if you had a single streamlined system that helped you execute projects effortlessly, automate task allocation, and optimize resource utilization while providing deep insights into revenue and performance? That's exactly what we'll explore today. How Kissflow empowers professional services teams to manage their project lifecycle seamlessly in a most simplest manner. Looking at these challenges, and I myself coming from the professional services team, all these challenges have been faced by our own team and as well, and that is what we have tried to address in this solution. For most professional services teams, execution is just one part of the challenge. The bigger struggle is having real-time visibility into projects, managing shifting priorities, and also ensuring that resources are utilized efficiently, all while trying to maintain profitability. And resource allocation becomes a manual and tedious process as well. And mainly, leaders lack the insights needed to optimize billable hours and improve overall service delivery, where being the professional services team, your efforts is what is directly proportional to the profitability or the revenue you bring into the team. So that is pretty crucial metric as well. These inefficiencies not only slow down operations, but also impact customer satisfaction and revenue growth. And there is also limited insights into project profitability on an overall level while managing projects. But how have we addressed these challenges? This is using the professional services management app, which we have tied together. The key features of this app will have contain all these modules, which are nothing but the inquiry management, the project management, task management, timesheet management, and the feedback management. We'll start off with the inquiry management, where managing client inquiries efficiently is the first step to delivering great service. With Kissflow, you can streamline service requests, capturing key details, and ensure every request is tracked and addressed without delays, where every inquiry has the potential to become a project as well. So it is pretty crucial. And when it comes to project management, executing projects in the most seamless effortless, structured workflows is what is achieved here. And the project management and the task management are two tightly coupled modules, where inside projects you'll be having the task management module as well, and you will be able to assign tasks to your team members and track how is the project going. I mean, the expected timelines and the actual timelines, the allocated hours and the utilized hours, and all these metrics. And we'll be looking into that throughout the demo as well. And then we have got the timesheet management module. Timesheet management module is pretty crucial, as we would have to be tracking the hours which we'll be spending on each and every task. And then comes the feedback management. Continuous improvements is key to delivering outstanding service. With built-in feedback management, you can capture client input, analyze satisfaction levels, and also refine your processes for better outcomes. This app has got three main roles or personas, which are nothing but the manager, the team lead, and the employee. The manager will have the ability and the access to create inquiries and track them, projects and tasks, revenue, team utilization, access dashboards and reports based on different modules like projects, timesheets, and feedback, etc. The team lead as well can create and track inquiries, projects, and tasks, can fill timesheets themselves, as they will also be part of the team, and can access dashboards and reports based on their team's particular data. The employee will be able to fill in timesheets for the tasks which are assigned to them, and can access a dashboard of their overall task or projects that are being assigned to them, and reports based on their data. Now, looking into the key capabilities of the Professional Services Management app, we have got role-specific dashboards for all these three roles, and seamless integration within the modules, where all these 5 modules are tightly coupled with one another without a hassle, and automatic reminders and custom alerts for the employees to fill in their timesheets, and team and individual utilization reports. And with no further delay, let's get into the demo. This is the Professional Services Management app, and currently I'm being added in as the manager, which is the admin kind of a role which has the highest privileges of this app. And looking at this is the dashboard which we have customized for our own team, with the manager's name in specific as tabs. And in this dashboard, we have key metrics such as projects, all the projects which are currently active, and the number of projects which are on track, which are delayed and on hold or completed, where each of these are clickable, and we'll be able to find all the projects that are on track as well. And the next widget will have all the tasks in them, which will have the subtasks which are coupled with the projects, and the specific tasks which are on track, delayed, and on hold. And the third widget is nothing but the inquiry widget, where we have the active inquiries being displayed, the inquiries confirmed as project, and the coded bill amount from these confirmed projects. Now, inquiries confirmed as project is nothing but an inquiry which is closed, and it is also confirmed as project, and the quoted bill amount is from that confirmed inquiry. And we have got this metric on the dashboard so that the admin or the manager will be able to have an insight that this particular revenue is going to be added to the entire revenue of the team in a short while, as it is already confirmed. And there are 4 more active inquiries which we have to be acting upon, so that that can as well be converted as a project as well. In this widget, we have got the revenue details being displayed, where this displays the customer revenue and for the current quarter, and this for the last quarter. So we can have a great comparison of how we have moved over the graph for last quarter and current quarter. And then we have got the internal billing, where in some organizations there might be internal billing options available. So I've got that covered here as well for the last quarter and for the current quarter. And then we have got the feedback, where we display the CSAT score, which is being captured from the feedback form, which is given to the customers for this particular quarter as well as for last quarter. And we have also got the score from how many projects as well, as this is an average. And then we have got the internal review as well. Internal review is nothing but the score which the managers will be giving to their particular team members. This metric is really helpful in order to analyze the entire performance of the team, or the individual performances, or the entire performance of the team as well. And this chart is nothing but a team versus utilization chart, where on the x-axis we have all the managers' names being displayed, and this graph shows the utilization percentage of that particular team, where we have got the billable utilization, non-billable utilization, and then the internal billing utilization, so that we get to know which team is performing more on billable projects and more on non-billable projects and on internal projects. This is for all the teams, which comprises of all these five managers teams, and here we have got different tabs for each specific team as well, for their own specific teams. The first module is nothing but the inquiry module, where we have got an inquiry board. And the stages are nothing but new, initial connection, feasibility check, proposal, closed won, and closed lost. We have all basic information which are covered, like the inquiry name, inquiry source, model, type, account type, and the customer connection, which would have the company name, company region, point of contact name, point of contact email, and the designation, and the quotation as well. And then the closing details about how many hours have we spent on this. Now, what automation have we done here is nothing but every time a project moves from proposal state to closed one, it will automatically be created as a project in the projects board. And this is the projects board which we have got. This is an inquiry for a face recognition matching app. And I've filled in all the details here. And let me move it to the closed one stage. In projects, we'll be able to find face recognition matching being created as a new project by itself. And here we have got the basic details covered from the inquiry as well, about the project name, the project model, the project type, and the project cost. And then we have got the customer details here, and the deal details, and the timelines here. And here we have got a crucial task table, which is nothing but we can give a task or allocate task. We can set in the task status as in progress, completed, not started, or on hold, and the task health, the expected start date, expected end date, which can be filled by us. Whereas the actual start date, actual end date will be filled by the employee via timesheet. And we can choose in the assignees from the employee master, which we have got it inside the app as well. And we'll be able to choose whether it is a billable or non-billable task. And we'll be able to allocate the number of efforts we would be having to spend on this particular task. And this utilized effort would be filled via timesheet by the employees. And then the team lead or the manager would be able to give rating to that particular person for that particular task. And this is what you have got in the dashboard as internal rating. And we have also got the task revenue or T&M cost rate as per the project type here. And then moving on to timesheets, this page will give you an overall insight about your timesheet and the employee's utilization, as the number of timesheets which they would be having to fill in. The way the timesheets work here is that every day would be running in a scheduler to generate a timesheet, which will then be assigned to a particular employee. And that particular employee will be able to choose their tasks which are assigned to them and fill in the number of hours in which they have worked upon. And they'll be able to log it in, and that data will be logged into projects automatically, which will then be reflected in the projects board. And we can see that during the employee demo as well. So in this page, we have got the number of pending timesheets here, and we will be knowing underutilized employees as well. Like the utilization percentage of an employee, if it is going to be below 80, we are considering them here as underutilized. And here we have got the average overall utilization as well of the team. Here we have got for this month as well as for this quarter. and their particular reporting managers. And again, here in the split up, we have got the total hours, the billable and the non-billable hours. And moving to feedback, we have got a feedback form which can be given as a public form to the clients, and they will be able to fill in the form via which we are generating these tiles, which displays the overall CSAT score which they have given and the stars for that particular source. And this we have got in a gallery view, and we also have the feedback forms being displayed here. And as masters, we have got the employee master, which is nothing but the number of people and the employees of the organization. We have also got the holiday master. So based on this holiday master, while we are running the scheduler for this particular shift, if it is going to be a holiday, we have combined the employee master with the holiday master. And on those days, for those particular employees, the timesheets will not be generated if their shift has got an holiday on that particular day. And moving on to reports. Under enquiry, we have got all these metrics where we have the total enquiries, closed one, the conversion ratio, the hours spent, and the enquiry status overview, where we get to know the overview of all the enquiries about and the which stages they are currently in. Then when we click on revenue under projects, we'll be able to visualize the quarter-wise revenue for this particular financial year. And then there are also cards being displayed for the total number of projects, the total revenue, the paid revenue, and the yet to be paid revenue. And this graph will give you an overall visualization of how has the team performed over the quarters, or which quarter has gained you the maximum number of revenue, and you'll be able to gain a lot of insights from it. And when we click on the effort tab, we have got this project effort distribution by billing category. We have got all the project names being listed on the left, and we have got a pivot table here, and we have got billable, internal billing, and non-billable and grand total hours. So you will be able to have a complete picture of the hours which you are spending on a project, whether it is billable or non-billable or internal billing hours, and you will be able to identify which are the projects which you have to prioritize based on the billability of the project as well. And when it comes to utilization, there are three important reports which we have got here. But the first one would be the employee utilization report. And again, this is based upon the financial year and the 4 quarters of the particular year, where we have got the assignee names. And for Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4, their entire utilization effort is being displayed here. If it is going to be below 80, we would be, giving them a yellow mark. And if it is going to be below 75, we would be giving them a red mark. And for everything above that, it will be green, so that you can really know how has an employee been utilized throughout this quarter. And whenever their utilization is being low, you can also understand the bandwidths to assign different types of tasks or any incoming projects to that particular employee. And then when we get into task-wise effort, this report shows on what type of task are the employees spending more efforts on. So on the task type, we have got a lot of categories such as onboarding, project, app, inquiry, or POC, or self-learning, internal meeting, and internal review. So the ideal aim of the organization would mainly be to spend more hours on billable tasks. So internal meeting and reviews can be, if there is an employee spending a lot of hours only on internal meetings, we can have that being displayed over in this report, and we can identify where it can be tweaked so that we can lean more towards the profitability of the project. And then we have got the individual effort, where we have got a combined report of the quarter, the task type, and the billing type for all 4 quarters for each employees being displayed here. So using all these 3 reports, we will be able to identify at what particular stage particular resource is being underutilized or has enough bandwidth to get in any projects which are in the pipeline, so that we'll be able to plan their projects accordingly. Moving on to the next role, currently I'm the team lead role where this is my dashboard being displayed. And as I mentioned earlier, a team lead can also be a lead and also an employee. So we have got dashboards being displayed in two tabs, where the first lead dashboard would have their own team details, which contain the project information, the team task information, the project stages, and then the project stages in terms of development, status, or discovery. And then we have got the current quarter revenue, which is being displayed, the overall team utilization, average utilization, and timesheets, which are pending from number of employees. This particular button here on click would send in email reminders to those employees, whoever has pending timesheets to be filled in. And when moving on to charts, we have got the individual team effort where team members of my particular team, I'll be able to see their billable utilization, non-billable utilization, and internal billing utilization so that I can identify which resource is working on what kind of projects on a higher level. And when it comes to hours on inquiry, I'll be able to know how many hours am I spending on inquiries which are on which particular stages. Mostly it would have been closed one, and if there is anything under proposal, it would be popping up here as well. And when I switch to the employee tab, I'll be able to see the number of timesheets pending from my end, my efforts for this month, my self-learning efforts for this month, and my average utilization for this month. And this page will have all the tasks that have been assigned to me as well. And we have also got a chart here where it is a utilization versus self-learning chart, where you would be having a graph being displayed to show how is the utilization and self-learning effort being traveling across the month. And for inquiry, we have got the same inquiry board across all teams as well. And for projects, we have got all the projects being displayed. And the team lead will again be the person who will be assigning tasks. And then for timesheets, we have got two tabs in here, where as an employee, I would be having one pending timesheet, my average utilization, and self-learning, where it is my items and there is a timesheet being assigned to me. And as a lead, I'll have my team members data, where I have 4 timesheets pending and 0 are underutilized, and my overall team utilization is 98% with 56 billable hours and 15 non-billable hours. And there is also an item from my time from team members being displayed here as well. I'll be able to open it and check what have they worked upon. Currently, I'm the role of an employee where I have the number of timesheets pending on my page and the hours I've spent, self-learning hours, and the average utilization, along with my tasks and my utilization was a self-learning graph. Here, I've got the timesheet tab where the sole task which I would be having to do is to fill the timesheet which is assigned to me. So, as mentioned earlier, I would be these timesheets would be generated by our scheduler every day on a daily basis. And if my shift has got an holiday on that particular day, timesheets would not be generated for me. So under task type, we have got all these tasks which can be chosen. And let's say I choose app, and I would get all the projects which have got myself as one of the person who has to act on any particular task. So let me choose a project, and under that I'll be able to see only those tasks which have been assigned to me. There can be n number of tasks under the project named ATS, but I'll be having only the tasks which are assigned to me, and also only if it is not completed. So let me choose live here, and then I'm choosing the task description as go live activities. And as we have seen the number of efforts which have to be allocated for each task, which says the remaining effort is 25 here. So I cannot be entering any effort more than this remaining effort. Let's say I'm typing in 30. It'll be throwing an error. Your allotted hours are exhausted. So what would I be having to do at this particular case? I have to reach out to my manager and I have to have a conversation with them regarding if there is any extra need of hours for this particular task. If not, this all holds good, and I'll be able to fill in. If it is going to be less than, there is no hassle here. And then we have also got an 8-hour validation in this timesheet, where the total effort for this day is 5, and the utilization percentage is only 62.5 because it has only been 5 hours and self-learning effort. And at times there can be instances where a resource is not completely occupied, and they would have time for them to focus on any other aspects which would be helpful in their upcoming projects as well, which can be considered as self-learning effort. So self-learning effort can be used to fill in the timesheet, but it is not considered for utilization. And this utilization is calculated for around 8 hours per day. All the others have been considered into utilization except for self-learning, and that is one of the main reasons why we have got self-learning as a specific card in the dashboard itself. So yeah, and you can see that the utilization percentage is still the same. And let me try to add in a POC. A POC on SAP integration. And now you can find that the total effort is 10, but the utilization percentage is still 87.5%, and the self-learning effort is 3. And in terms of workflows, this process has not got any workflow except for the employee to fill in their timesheet. And I'll submit this item. And there are no tasks assigned to me. So when I get to this ATS and find live was the task which was assigned to me, and there has been efforts pushed from my timesheet here. So the actual start date and the actual end date will also be pushed via the timesheet. This brings us to the closure of the Professional Services Management app demo. Hope you all make much more simpler solutions using Kissflow and streamline your businesses without any hassle. Thank you.